Haha. What is up, my angels? Thank y'all so much for tuning in today. If you are new to my channel, I need you guys to do this because this is part 4 to a series that's been going on. If y'all don't know, I recently went through a really bad breakup. Okay, it was so traumatic, like literally I could write a movie about it. So if you want, you can go back and watch 1, 2, 3, and then come back to this video. If you want to just stay here for the ending of the tea, go right on ahead. But I'm gonna get right into this video, and I'm gonna tell you guys why. Oh, and for my subscribers that's already been here, thank y'all so much for being so patient with me. Thank y'all so much for going on this journey with me. Guys, it is a new season. Tomorrow is December the 1st, and I plan on having a completely new everything. Like, this season for me is personal, and I plan on, like, yeah, y'all stay tuned. Hold on one second. Okay, I had to move the camera around a little bit because y'all, I ate so much for Thanksgiving. I just feel like, oh, I'm gonna put this pillow right here so y'all can't see my tummy sticking out. Anyway, so I did see in the comments that one of my subscribers said that I needed to make bullet points and go off those bullet points. So I did put a few bullet points in here so I can just get this over with. I'm drained, guys. I thought for some reason that I was healed and I could talk about this and whatever, but no. I quickly realized that it is draining. I'm trying to be happy. I'm trying to move on. I'm trying to get to a better place in my life. And I find myself now reliving the past. And I can't do that. No ma'am, no ham, no turkey. So I want to get into this last video. I am going to do 31 days hard starting tomorrow. And that don't just mean I want to eat healthy and work out. That means that I want to surround myself by positive energy. I want to I just want to be around anything that can help me grow into my purpose. Nothing less. No ma'am, no ham, no turkey. All right, guys. So this is the finale of She Wanted My Life, starring Tricky Trina and the Vampire. Let me go to my bullet notes, but first I need to turn off my group chat because, let me mute them. Hold on. Okay. All right, so I just muted my group chat. Let me go to my bullet points and get straight into it. I got so much going on. I have so much to do tonight. And it is literally the last day of the month. I got so much stuff to do, and I just want to get through with this. It's been so draining. I just want to, y'all, I got so much new stuff going on. I just want y'all to be there. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay. All right, my bullet points. Bam. Gosh, it's a lot. The last part that we talked about in part 3 was, when I walked in, caught him in the bed, blah, blah, blah. I went off the record. Can't say much, but just know I got y'all with the details when the time is right, okay? I didn't lose it. I didn't go off the record and lose it because of my relationship. That's not why. People like to say, oh, why didn't you just move on? Or you could have, you just find somebody else. Blah, blah. It's not that. It wasn't that. I knew I could have found somebody else. I knew that this was meant to happen. I knew that this is not where I always knew that I wasn't going to be here forever in that space. I knew it was going to come a time when I needed to move around, right? I just felt so betrayed. I felt so, I wrote some of the things down that I felt, just in case I don't remember it. I felt betrayed. I felt lied to. I felt played. I felt disgusting. I felt shame. I felt embarrassment. I felt a whole list of other stuff. On top of the things that I was feeling, y'all, anybody who know me know my kids are my most prized possession. Like, I'm so grateful to God for my children. I didn't know how to tell this to my children. I didn't know, like, so many different emotions was going through my head. I just felt like, I think if it wasn't for my grandbaby, I don't know what I would have done. But because I didn't control my emotions, I did way too much. I did go to jail, 45 years old, okay? And thank God that has all been dismissed, and I am completely free from everything, all right? I don't have anything holding me back anymore. That was, like I said, embarrassing, shame. I just felt a lot of stuff that I don't ever want to feel again. So if you're thinking like, oh, you should have just moved on, just know that it wasn't about me moving on. It was all the other stuff. Okay. I tried really hard to move on, being that me and that other person still shared a home together, and all that person things were still there. I was, okay. I'm sorry guys. I'm trying to read the bullet points. I'm leaving a lot out on purpose. I didn't have many conversations with anybody around that time. Just my kids when needed. I took a lot of trips. You know, I right after that happened, I just kind of completely just distracted myself. You know, I took a lot of trips. I just tried to get out. Just tried to not remember anything. Now that only worked for so long, don't get me wrong, but it did help me to a little bit around that time. And so doing so, as I was doing it, it helped me to ease the pain. It helped me and discomfort to not feel like I wanted revenge. Because, you know, sometimes when you're feeling all those different things, like when you're feeling betrayed and feeling lost and feeling like, you know, everything just came down on you at one time, you kind of be wanting revenge. And I know that wasn't my battle to fight. No. I knew in my heart that everything happened for a reason, but I'm human. So my human side just wanted to, you know, whatever, crash out. So now, since my full-time job was working with my ex, I quit my job 5 years ago to work full-time for my ex family, blah, blah, blah. It's a whole nother story. At this time, I'm not working. Of course, I still have all my other sources of income because, you know, I'm never like working one job. Of course, I still own a transportation business. I'm a travel agent. I do my YouTube. You know, so I do have other stuff. But of course, when you're going through something like that, you're not working at all. You just like, bleh. So bam, after about 2 or 3 months, I pulled myself together and I realized, okay, it's been about 2.5 months now. You can't do this anymore. You got to get up, pick yourself up, and, you know, get back to reality. So bam, that's what I did. I got up, I picked myself up, and I was ready to just step into whatever it is, you know, just find a way to step into whatever it is that was for me. Well, guys, being that it took me 2 or 3 months to come to reality and my life will never be the same, it was time, I put on here, it was time for me to get up, get back to work. I started going on a few dates. I did meet somebody that I liked. We started going on dates. I started having fun. I'm not going to lie. When I finally got up after that 3 months, or like 2.5 months, because I was like losing it. Low-key losing it, right? I had so many friends. And I still have a lot of friends. Don't get me wrong. I'm not discrediting anybody. People have their own lives. People have families. They have children. You know, they got all their own stuff to deal with. I couldn't expect nobody just to be there with me every day. But I can tell you that where my phone had rung nonstop, it was times when I laid in my house for 24 hours at a time and my phone didn't ring at all. You know, so that is something that I had to adjust to as well. Like when things are not going as good, you're not going to get as many phone calls. So once I started to get out, guys, I wasn't getting those phone calls no more. Nobody was really talking to me. I lost so many friends. I mean, I lost more friends in this season and family members who I thought cared about me than I've ever lost in my life. Like, out of all the friends in my whole entire life. And I went to school in Pontiac, Michigan. I went to school in Detroit, Michigan. I went to school in Sterling Heights, Michigan. I went to school in Louisiana. Like, I came across a lot of friends. So out of all the friends in my life that I ever lost, this season I lost more friends and family members. I had so many people. I think my eyes was just open and I just watched so many people betray me. I had one friend who I was friends with for like 20 years to tell me she wasn't my friend no more because I ain't come to her birthday dinner. One of the worst times in my life. Are you crazy? What? The scariest thing about that, guys, is I'm content now with not having those people in my life. And they can't come back. I don't hate them. I'll still speak to them when I see them. Hey, girl, how you doing? But I have no desire. And it's just cut off. I didn't do it on purpose. It just cut off. Okay, let me go into the next thing. What this says, okay, I was feeling amazing. I'm working on my life, feeling great, loving myself again. For the first time in over 10 years, I didn't even know how lost I was. Man, this is crazy. Like, you know, I heard the preacher say one time that a few Sundays ago, me and my daughter went to church. She said, Keon, you can have the nicest cars and know where to drive it to. You can have the most comfortable bed and you still don't sleep well at night. You can have the biggest home and you don't even have all the right people to invite to it. You can have everything in life and still not be happy. Well, you couldn't tell me I wasn't happy because I was so comfortable. It wasn't until I got out and started to live. I was like, wow, like a light came on and I felt so free. My daughter kept telling me, Mama, you glowing. And I'm like, girl, shut up. You know, like, it ain't like, it's not like I'm like dressing good or anything. It's not like whatever, right? I know now what she was talking about. It was my energy. It was my, like, she felt how free I felt. So when something is taken from you, this is a lesson. Y'all know I like to give a little lesson. Even and in the beginning, don't get me wrong, I knew this. I knew it 100%. I was like, I know this is supposed to happen. I know, but I was human, so it still hurts so bad. When you be betrayed by somebody and you going through all these different feelings, you literally, like, you can't control it. I don't know about anybody else, but I couldn't. I was reading so much stuff on the internet where people were saying, oh, I went through this for like 10 years and I'm still feeling this 5 years. I said, oh, no, God, no, you can't do this to me. No. I was like, I need to find a way where I need to come out of this. But, you know, yeah, that part. Okay, so let me move on to the next. Let me pull up the, so even though I was feeling good, I was getting out, I was trying to, you know, rebuild my mental. What I didn't do is I didn't take the time to realize that I didn't know this. I had breakups before, but I think I dealt with street people. Like, you know, people who have morals. I didn't know that this person was strategically behind my back, teaming up with my enemy to become my enemy. Before you know it, right before my eyes, bam. This person did so much stuff to me to destroy me. When I say destroy, like, tried to do everything to destroy me as a person, like you name it. One day I'll get into details about it, but I don't even want to give these people no more energy. It's like, I don't even want to relive it. And it's still happening. Like, you could lay on side of somebody every single night and think that you know this person. That's the craziest thing ever. I would always say, oh, I'm a good person, right? I know I'm not perfect. I'm flawed. We all are. But I could honestly say that in certain situations, if I left somebody, I would say, you know what, I messed up. But that doesn't mean that this person is not a good person. So I'm not going to go out my way to hurt that person or to do this or whatever. I saw a completely different person, like a monster. And again, if I could ever get into that story one day where it can be beneficial to help somebody, then I will. But until then, It's not even worth it. That person strategically began to try to tear me apart. So that was something I went through. I didn't prepare for that. I was so busy trying to pull my mental back together that it didn't even dawn on me. Girl, you got bigger fish to fry. But again, it was all a part of the plan. The person I knew so well and had loved so much strategically began to hurt me and my kids in ways I could have never imagined. The devil has been so busy. The lady who wanted my life, Tricky Trina, child, I heard that lady was walking around my house. The house with my name on it, on the deed, with my robe on. Girl, you really wanted my life. Ooh, child. Again, I'm not giving that situation any more light. Yep, a home that I raised my kids in. What, the last 12, 14 years? Well, that's literally all I can say for now. But I can say this. I asked that person in the midst of everything to please, let's part ways and not become enemies because of my children. My children loved that person. My children, like, they wouldn't get in the middle of it. That was their person, right? And my grandson. So I asked that person, please, let's not make it ugly for them. And that person went out their way to become my enemy. And we'll most likely be enemies for life because of that. Because my children are my most prized possession. So, and I mean, when I say enemies, not to the point where I would ever want to hurt you because you're nothing to me. I would never want to hurt you. I would never want to see you again. I never even want to mention or think about it. I want this part of my life to be over with, right? Okay, so let's see. My kids never picked a side, and this situation has affected them more than it has me. It has impacted me at this point because I done found my happy, and I know now that it was all a part of a plan that was out of my control. I realize now that this whole situation was part of a plan that was completely out of my control. So I feel good now. I feel at ease. My mind, like I feel amazing. But I do feel sorry for my children. I do feel sorry for my grandson because they didn't ask for this. And I know this is big for them because now so much stuff has happened that they're put in a situation to where now they got to become enemies with that person because they got to see they got to see the monster that even if I saw that monster first, I would have never wanted them to experience that. I would wanted to protect them in their minds from what they had to see. Okay, so that part. Now, Tricky Trina, that devil, no, that hoe wanted my life, and she did whatever she could get. You know what makes me feel some type of way about her? And I know everybody, I see a lot of people on here saying, oh, you're blaming her, but you're not blaming your ex. I don't blame my ex. You know, I do feel that that person had a lot of that person had a lot to do with it. Like nobody could hurt me the way the person could hurt me who I feel loved me so much. But that lady went out her way to come in my home, kill, steal, and destroy. And you know, she never took the time to think about my children, about how it had tore my family apart, how it had changed so many people's lives. Not just my children and my grandson, but family members who's been exposed now. Friends that we shared that had to pick a side. Because things got so ugly that there's no way you could be my friend and that person friend too. Like, people had to pick a side. And I feel sorry for them because nobody saw these sides of us. My heart does go out to, like I said, my children, friends that we shared. Some of the friends we shared, I would never talk to again. So that's unfortunate, but the lady didn't care about that. She never took the time to say, I came in with an agenda. I wanted your life so bad. I wanted the things that you got. I guess she saw the material things and she thought I was kept. My ex was a generous person. However, I'm not kept. I still supported myself. I still took care of myself. The things that I wanted, I made it happen. I wasn't kept. So I guess, she wanted that life. And to any expense, she wanted it. Well, girl, you got it now. Anyway, it did hurt a lot of people. All she wanted was a lifestyle she saw her lived. All she wanted was help with her bills. The people who she was dealing with, the 70-year-old man, of course, he can't deal with her anymore. He got cancer. He at home with his wife. The married man she had been dealing with for so many years, he's decided to be with his wife and raise their family. Nobody was dealing with her anymore. So she wanted, and hey, again, it was all a part of a plan that was completely out of my control. On to the next subject. Let's see. Oh, I put in the bullet points how I never lost so many friends in my life. God, I lost friends. It's unfortunate, but for the first time in my life, I lost friends and I don't feel sad about it. It's like, normally I lose friends and I'm like, I feel like I done broke up in a relationship or something. Or normally, me and my friends get into a heated argument or something, or disagreement. I'm calling them. I'm like, I'm sorry. Let's go to dinner. Let's talk about it. This time, the people who decided to go another way, I don't hate them, but it is what it is. I have no desire to talk to you ever again. If I see you, I'll speak. If I see you on the side of the road, I'll call you Uber. No bad blood. Just not for me anymore. Okay. I put on here that I can't wait to tell you guys about some of the stuff in a more positive way. And the reason why I say that is because so much stuff was sent to destroy me and it elevated me. And for that, I feel like I have a testimony. So when the time is right, I do want to talk to you guys about how, guys, let me tell y'all something. My angels, especially women my age. At 45 years old, I left my home with about 2 outfits, maybe 2 or 3 purses and some shoes. And I am rebuilding my life right now. It's almost like my old life was completely cut off. Completely. I went from a big house to getting me an apartment. I went from, and it's okay. I feel amazing. It's kind of like I would always be like, man, I need to declutter. I need to get rid of some of this stuff. I need to. Okay, I decluttered. And I never thought, it's like thinking about it is so hard. Kind of like your house catching on fire, right? God forgive me, like, for even comparing it, but it's like all your old things, they gone, and you have no control over them being gone. It's like I don't even have a desire to have pictures. I got enough in my phone, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay. I have so many ideals of things that I want to do and places I want to go. I understand now that those are things. That's just holding on to a life that's not even promised to us, right? Our whole goal is eternal life and making the best of this life while we're here. So when you're not attached to all those things, you realize you become more free. I can get out, me and my grandbaby, and we just have the time of our lives. I'm not anxious to buy all that stuff anymore. I used to feel like, oh, let me buy him all these toys. No, I would rather take him somewhere we just have the time of our lives and I'll take the pictures in my phone with me. We don't need all that stuff. That stuff is just stuff. So yeah. Anyway, okay, let me see if I have any more bullet points so I can get this video over with. I am patting myself on the back because of my strength To all my friends and family that's still in my life, I love y'all with all my heart. This season is mine. I plan on living it to the fullest. Small story time coming soon about the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last year, I'll give y'all a tiny bit of it. Last year, my birthday is December the 31st. It was 12/23/23. That is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Well, I was making 45 years old, so it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. When I realized my birthday was on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I kept Googling the biblical meaning of it, and it said a brand new start. So I was like, this is going to be a brand new start. What's about to happen in my life? Because mind you, I have been feeling so confused. I have been feeling so lost for so many years. I was like, this is it. This is it. This is about to be a new beginning. I'm about to find out what my purpose is. Bam. The beginning of January is when all this stuff happened. And I had this whole year to start preparing for my new life. It's crazy because God got a sense of humor. We don't be knowing what's going on. Like this whole time, I'm thinking that I'm moving into a season where I was going to still have all this stuff that I already had. And that was going to be the new beginning. I kept saying it literally. Like I was about to do a photo shoot with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it was going to be like ready, set, go. Like I'm ready to enter into this new place in my life, whatever it's about to be. I'm excited about it. Who knew? And in order for me to be excited, I was going to have to be sad first. So it's okay. It's okay. Thank you, God. Thank you. I feel amazing. And I'm so grateful for all the people in my life. I'm so grateful for my supporters. Thank y'all so much for being here this whole time. Thank y'all so much for tuning into that story because it has been, it was a little bit of therapy. It's like so many people was asking me what happened. Now I could just tell them, go watch the YouTube videos. I will be revamping. I'm going to do Vlogmas December, but in January, I'm going to revamp my page and get all that old stuff off so that y'all can just go on this journey with me. I want people to know that no matter how long you've been in a situation, no matter how comfortable you are, you can always get up and start over. You can always get up. If God gives you breath in your body, then tomorrow, so many new things can happen. Get up. Don't sit there and allow yourself to be sad or, and you can't stop. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes you can't stop yourself from being sad. I remember walking and feeling like it almost felt like somebody was inside of my stomach punching me the whole time I was walking. I would have to sit down like I couldn't breathe. And it was like I was getting gut punches. I never felt that before in my life. But you got to be intentional about getting up, looking in the mirror, saying, I'm bigger than this. I could beat this. I got this. God, I know you're doing this for a reason. Nah, I'm just, you got to talk to yourself. You got to talk to God and say, I get it. I get it, God, but you got to take this pain away. I was like, God, I get it. I know what you're doing, but you got to take this pain away. So I just tried to be as intentional as possible with getting up every day and not being one of those people who was in my comments saying, it's been 10 years, it's been 5 years. I just didn't want to see myself there. And of course, this is still a journey. I'm still healing, but I'm already feeling amazing. I'm already feeling the testimony in this. So I know it's only going to get better. And I'm saying I'm not going to have hiccups in the road because I'm still dealing with a lot, but I'm definitely ready to take on this new season. Y'all got to go on this journey with me. 31 days hard, and then I'm gonna go into the new year. I am so excited. Like I have so many ideas of different things I want to do, and I'm just ready to jump into all of them. I know I can only probably take on one at a time, but it's just the fact that I'm so anxious to get into it. Things that I've wanted to do for 10 years, or I couldn't even, it's like I couldn't move. And now I've gotten rid of all that baggage. I feel so light. Nothing is weighing me down. All right, guys. If y'all enjoyed this, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Make sure y'all leave me some comments. Give me some ideas about some videos. Give me some ideas on this podcast because I am going full throttle with it. I think it's going to be amazing. And it's going to be all to uplift, to encourage, and inspire. Period. All right, guys. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Y'all do me a favor and have an amazing day. Mwah!